Hello. The microphone works. All right, move that up a little bit. Hello. I'm just waiting for the first ads to go through. We'll be getting back to our thingamabob. Might want that. Bum, ba-da-da, ba-da. That, that right now. Need that. Um, Okay, let's get painting. Yay, ads are over. Be free. Be free. How you doing tonight, KT? I missed you on Friday night. I didn't see you come around. Usually you come around after you had dinner with your, with your familias. I didn't see you. Not that I'm, responsible for you. It's just I realized I was like, hey, I haven't seen KT come in yet. Oh. I don't remember that long. I mean, I'm just used to kind of like the pattern that it gets into, like the rhythm of life. That's what it's all about, yo. Oh, come on, Sunray. Stop being stupid. Well, I'm very much one that picks up on stuff like that. Like I'm not an empath by any stretch. Probably the opposite. Um, I just I I can be very pattern driven, and there's just like certain patterns that you pick up on from time to time. And it's not me trying to be like weird or creepy. It's just I see them. I see them too much. Damn you, autistic brain. Ah, you might have been a mod, dude. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just, you know, I want to make sure that the KT doesn't get trafficked. What am I looking for? Red. I'll need red eventually, and a white. I was kind of upset that my new camera didn't come, but oh well. All things will happen in time. All right. Before I repaint the purple, I need to see if this is going to work the way I want it to work. Oz grew stressed last time I had this guy in my hands. Because I was picking, so I like the orange, I like my blue, and I like my coral pink bright highlight here for the fins. I like that. That's kind of the vision.
Just followed. Who is that?
Well,
N3511M.
Welcome in, Nifim. Welcome in. We're working on our FEY Dragon tonight for Cutie Patootie Sunday. I'm Painty Paint Paints. On Sunday nights, we paint the cute things because cute things require to be painted. I am trying to figure out what I did wrong. So I was using purple for like the scales and the skin and the soft bits, and I'm not liking it. It makes my brain angry. It makes my brain not happy. I was talking with Smiling and a couple of other people, and I want to swap this bits over to like a yellowy ochre kind of thing. So we're going to start with some brown, as we do. You're always welcome, KT. You're always welcome. We paint to have fun and enjoy. We do not paint to stress ourselves out. We paint to goof off. At one point, I'll need to put her in the list. I don't know if I do her on Stay in Frame on a Saturday or a Friday, or if I do her on Cutie Patootie Sunday. Yes, it is a dancing Jawa with a bantha stick stripping. Parasite of Mortex. I I can understand that. When the brain goes angry, nobody is happy. So. Hi, Frankenstein. How are you? We got the lo-fi chilling in the background. Oh yeah, that orange and that brown and that ochre. Yep, that's gonna be my ticket right there. I already like it. I already like it. So Katie, you missed this on Saturday night, but apparently Frankenstein is a Disney princess because they were chilling with a squirrel in their shirt pocket. I need you to become a Disney princess now, Frankenstein. A baby squirrel. Squirrel Lock Holmes. I I had squirrels once growing up as a kid, and my mom rescued them, but they stayed in a cage and they were not domesticated in any way, shape, or form. My mom let them go, and they ran immediately into the neighbor's tree. And the neighbor's like, "I don't like squirrels." It's like, how can you hate squirrels? They're scavengers. They tear up the yard because they hide their nuts. I'm like, you Grinch, grow your heart 3 size bigger, please and thank you. Yeah. And yes, we are going to do other bits of it too. I want to get kind of a base going. Yeah, but I think that's going to be what I want. I think that's going to match my jam, match my vibe, get my vibe going in bright colors. I can always do purple eyes. I have big enough eyes to paint on this one. And then Wednesday night, I should have a new camera to set up as well. Yay! I'll be retiring my document camera, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Darken this out about something eventually. Where would you come now? Okay. Pick a different color. Pick a different color. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Ensure that they don't break anything, or explain to them if they wish to break something, they have to replace it. All anger and rage is acceptable when you can replace it. I'm assuming it's a son old enough to speak. Ah, I gotcha. I know exactly the kind you're talking about. That is always a challenging situation there to deal with.
Emotional damage.
Lit Forest request a dad joke.
Lit the forest request a dad joke. Uh-oh, she's lurking in the background. Let's see what we get. Siri bot, don't disappoint me now. I've got a joke about vegetables for you, but it's a bit corny. And we go to chat. And we select. Copy. And we paste. Because that was actually kind of good. I think the kind that is it's challenging to deal with autistic, unfortunately. Ah, yeah. Yep, that kind. That kind is a challenge. He's got that people pleaser mentality that has to fire off. It's a rough one, my friend. That is a rough one. It's been a pretty good day. I got my gaffle, straffle, whatever you want to call it, arms set up for my new camera whenever it comes. Eventually, hopefully, it works. Organized my hobby space a little bit. Got my nice long walk in in the morning. And didn't have anybody freak out that I was a single man walking alone. Yeah, there's very few people. I mean, I've had the breakdowns with exes, and there's been times they're like, "You need to go see a doctor about that." I'm like, you need to respect my damn boundaries. That's what you need to do. Um, when it comes to the breakdowns, I haven't had one in a while, so we're all good in the hood. I've had bad moments last week on Sunday because I threw myself out of whack because of my schedule, but I was able to recover and just cancel the stream. Mama Lion and the Lion Creative, both in the house. I got to listen to a good chunk of my audiobook for the first Law series with Logan. They're into a lot of battling and fighting right now, and it's been interesting. The parts that we're paying attention to today. We're both in this house, yes. Are you physically in the house, or is one of you out back on the patio because the other one's mad at the other one? We're in the same room. both staring at each other's phones. She looked at me, I looked at him over my phone, and said, "This man is pure crazy. Why did we come in here?" Well, cook better. Gosh. I made hot dogs. Cooking gets a pass. Now, the question is, are you doing the dishes or not? That's the real question. Jambalaya. Ooh, deliciously sounding. I made hot dogs for myself on my Blackstone with a small amount of tater tots. I feel really full, and that's really nice. Um, I had my rice, quinoa, and lentil mix made up and put in little packages. So tomorrow, when I go for a walk, I can just come home, throw some leftover ribs on it, and it's good. That's good. That's a good lion. That's a good lion. Lion should do the dishes. Shh. You're overthinking this. You're overthinking this. I was given a chance to say yes to something and be non-descriptive. Ooh, fried chicken sounds good. And green beans. Now the question is, are you boiling your green beans? How are you doing them? How are you doing them? That's what I want to know. If you're doing them out of a can, I'll throw you out of the can. I hate canned vegetables. My mom's like, "You don't like canned vegetables?" I'm like, "I can't stand the smell. Oh, God, the smell makes me, ugh. That response is there. Ugh, my shoulder. Oh, hold on. I got to stretch. Oh, that's going to go in the rules. We don't talk about green beans in cans. Ah, ah. I did too, Lion. Um, I can't stand the smell of microwaved canned vegetables to save my life. Ooh, see, Frog's doing it good. Frog's doing it good. I want that. Gimme, 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 gimme. So one night we went to a work function, and well, it was an after work function. There's a bunch of us, and we're going to like this brewery that they wanted to go try, and right next door to it was a Fox Brothers barbecue, which is it's good for the most part. It's good. I don't know if I'd call it Texan, but it's good. One of the people we were eating, sitting there and having a beer with, kind of looked over at me and goes, "Oh, I realized I haven't eaten today." Um, so I'm like, "Oh, let me go get some food to make sure that they're okay because I don't need to deal with that." So I go down there and I get some green beans from because one person is a vegetarian in this freaking group. I'm like, "Are you guys effing serious?" Um, they So I got the green beans and I made sure that there was no meat in the green beans because some Southerners like to put meat in the green beans because that's the way we do things. But I get the green beans and all this back, and we go and we eat them, and they're like, "These green beans have no right to be this good." Like they still had that snap to them. It wasn't like boiled mush. It was delicious. I forget the name of the brewery. I couldn't tell you to save my life, actually. Like, you could be like, where have you been? I'm like, I have no idea. I know we've gone to Sweetwater Monday night, and that's it. You have a great night, Neptune. Thank you for that follow. Enjoy your dinner, and let us know what you're gonna make, or if you're what you're planning on having for dinner, because the food is delicious. Chicken parm. See, I I've been craving the chicken parm as well. I recently bought some red lentils to mix into my pasta sauce as well to get up the fiber of it and make it just a little bit better. But I haven't quite pulled the trigger on getting the chicken breast for the chicken parm. Mhm. Yeah, I'm on a journey with health. So me and Monster Den were talking about this last night with Brussels sprouts and air frying them. I grew up disliking anything with strong smells as a food in general, or that had weird textures in them. So for the most part, I if you told me like someone cut an onion up and put it in there, I'm like, I don't know about that. So Brussels sprouts was one of those foods that back in the day I couldn't eat because of the smell. Uh, now, so I forget what me and my former partner were doing this. I said, let's get some Brussels sprouts and air fry them up, and they kind of turn out like tater tots. You just don't need to sauce them. So we did like a honey balsamic glaze on the Brussels sprouts, and then we um, had them. I was like, these are really good. No, I did not, unfortunately, Lion. It's delayed. It should be here Tuesday. So Tuesday night, I will futz with it and try to get it set up. Um, I got all of my stuff set up around it though. So when it gets here, I should be able to just hopefully do a lot of plug and play and route the cable in a way that makes it safer. I got my arm moved back behind my desk because I like it a little bit better that way. I still haven't been able to find like a spanning arm or extension arm that goes the full distance that I would like, but this is my life right now, so I'm okay with it, and it functions. It will function. I have enough tools and doodads and janky materials to get it to work for me, so I'll be all right. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-bum, bum. Terrible mobile lines right there that I did not. I want to see if my colors are working together and I have the perfect spot right here. So we shall continue down the road. It's a big boo, but it'll be okay, Mama. It'll be okay, ML. Mama Line. I look forward to getting it set up for Wednesday night stream and playing with it then. Because I have just a handful of Borderlands characters to get through, or Borderlands tinks to get through. We'll be good to go. Good to go. And I'll feel like I have more done and accomplished. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da. Yeah. But yeah, the food journey that I'm on, Mama is trying to understand better ways to eat better food. Uh, see, that's acceptable too. Um, so I've been following the Plant Slant a lot lately on Instagram and YouTube, and he finds like and tests viral recipes that have like way too much cottage cheese in them, and he's like, "Don't eat this. Eat something else." Um, that's where I found the recipe for ah, I understand. Um, but my journey is a little bit of self-employed, and I haven't been told to see a nutritionist yet, but I'm trying to not ever get to that point because life is life. But one of the things that came up in the came up that I thought was interesting to do for lunches that wasn't salad or spinach like a salad was to do a rice quinoa and lentil mix. So you do 1 cup. Oh, 100%. Do it. Do it. If it's covered by insurance, take it. Use it. Lordy, use it. It makes life so much nicer. Uh, um, but I've been making that for lunch, and then I can toss a little bit of something. Either I smoke on top of it, or toss some chicken on it, or I could throw like pork on it. Since I did baby back ribs this weekend, I'm gonna throw that on top of that rice and quinoa mix to help create a filling lunch. It's not the best lunch, but it's okay. Like it beats just plain chicken and rice. At the beginning of it, I was using red lentils, but the lentils would get destroyed in the mix. So I'll swap to non-red lentils. But there's a couple of recipes that I want to try that I've seen pop up on his. One of them was dal, uh, which is a little bit more of a meatless dinner. And you get to use northern beans, chickpeas. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Dal has tomatoes. This dal, or whatever it was, had beans and tomato and basil. It was made with great northern beans and chickpeas, if I remember correctly. Oh, I will make people hungry, by the way. I'm sorry. Hello, Uber Macro GS. How fare thee tonight? Bum, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. 25 minutes and we'll get our break. Space lizards! Are they snakes on a plane? Are you tired of these motherfish snakes on a plane? I really want to know how much he got paid for that one line. And or how much cocaine he had to do for it. I mean, it's kind of one of those weird lines. It's like he's iconically known for, like, if anybody says snakes on a plane, you immediately say that line. Well, I mean, that's why we like the seraphim. They're seraphim, not seraphim. Seraphims are angels. I mean, we like them too, but seraphim is a lot of fun because you have dinosaur riding dinosaur. And it makes the autistic brain go, yes, dinosaur riding dinosaur. Excellent day. Wait, you, wait, hold on. You've never heard of Samuel L. Jackson's movie, Snakes on a Plane? Like, legit? Lion, the Lion Creative. I have a spare bedroom. You're more than welcome to crash in. Um, I the you at least the trailer you need to see, Mama Lion. The premise of the movie is absolutely stupid. I I understand. Parents are weird. Um, but it was one that lived in memes. To be fair, Lion, I'm more worried about a snake attacking me on a plane. I'm less concerned about it now. I'm more concerned about air traffic controllers that don't announce where planes are at. I can kind of understand that one, Mama. I can kind of understand that. Like that's one that can be very niche. And it's one oh that I can understand. Well, I mean, it's one of those movies that because of how Disney did their job, if you didn't see it in specific times or buy it at specific times, you couldn't see it. A lot of this under a rock thing. I mean, there are things I probably will be under a rock about sometimes. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm getting to that point where it's like I can't. Like I was talking to my neighbor one day, and he was like, "Are you going to go see the new Marvel movies?" I said, "No, you have to give me three good ones in a row, three positively reviewed ones in a row." Thunderbolts was one. Fantastic Four is supposed to be a second one, but I don't think it got rave reviews because nobody talked about it. Like nobody talked about the Fantastic Four. So I have to have three of those in a row before I go back to see a Marvel movie. He's like, but you wouldn't saw Superman. I go, yeah, because Superman wasn't stupid. Like frickin' Avengers. Blah. Sorry, I have opinions. Well, well, well. If it isn't our good friend, Sully. How you doing? Sorry, you caught me on a rant about Marvel. Sitting down. Oh, what you having for dinner? So I know Frankenstein's having fried chicken and green beans. The Lions are having jambalaya. Another person came in here, was doing something simple of chicken parm. I did hot dogs and tater tots. So what you got? What you got? Show us what you got. The clip. That's really all you need. And that's what grilled steak, grilled summer squash, zucchini, mushrooms, sauteed onions. Yum, 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 yum. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. It was a joke. Samuel L. Jackson's one that's he's been pretty anti a lot of that stuff. Um, his interviews are always down to earth and amazing, and he's one of the few people in Hollywood that I don't want to know anything about because he's an amazing person. I just kind of like how he messages that to people. Yeah, that's why. So, Sel, I would like your vegetables, please. You can save the mushrooms, but the vegetables, nom 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 nom. I like zucchini, squash, all of that mixed into one big mess of stuff. It's delicious. I've been trying to make sure I eat more vegetables too. This morning was bacon and waffles, but it was the high protein waffles, and then the um, lunch was watermelon. So after an hour long walk. I I try to make sure that I have veggies 3 to 5 days a week, including the weekends, or one day on the weekend for sure. And then for the ribs, I have a lot of green beans because they were buy one get one free. So I've been eating a lot of green beans in the air fryer, and they're delicious. Um, some meals I don't always have them because I get lazy. Like I have milk for mac and cheese in the house properly, which is rare. So at some point, I do need to make myself mac and cheese. And then when I make myself the mac and cheese, I tend to pretend to be a family of 3 or 4. But a lot of the trailers for that movie, Mama Lion, had that line in there, and it was just constantly played everywhere. That's yeah. I need to either get back into understanding my relationship with starch because potatoes are usually like the most satiating of all starches. Um, because the when you eat it, you feel full on the fillability index chart. But I stopped buying potatoes because I could only ever really do baked potatoes because baked potatoes um, don't go as bad as ripe potatoes do and tend to last a little bit longer. For me, anyway, because I eat alone. I meal plan alone. I'm pretty sure my cat would like to share my food, but she's not allowed that food. But I've been pretty much meat and veg and lacking starch, unless I'm doing like tater tots or something, which aren't bad for you. You just have to watch out for the added oil in the air fry bag. I need my blue. I need a blue. Yeah. If you're brave enough, you can grill anything. That's not one you should be brave enough for. You could you could always boil the water on the grill and say you grilled it that way. Hashtag don't take Yab advice. What did you forget to filter your word for? No one puts Sully in a corner because they forget to filter words. We all forget to filter words. According to some, I overfilter. Oh, no. I can see where you lost your filter. I can see where you lost your filter. That's exactly the response I was expecting. To be fair, though, you're not wrong. I don't think it was wrong. I think it's an okay thing to be, say out loud. But then I deal with Christians every so often and have to wonder, do they go, we don't eat meat, but you eat fish. Fish is meat. Well, it's a different kind of meat. Okay. Or every so often, getting to talk to an Adventist is fun as well. I know. I know. I I was dealing with that one day when my brother came into town. He had his nephew, or my nephew, his son, and he had traveled with his wife and someone else, and they were doing like the aquarium and the World of Coke and all this stuff. And he was like, "Man, it's crazy around here." I go, "Yep, welcome to my days." And they went up into medieval times. I'm like, "You're going to go up to medieval times with your son that has more allergies than you're supposed to deal with." I fail to see your wisdom in this, sir. You crochet in bed. Oh, really? I've never known that about mushrooms. Uh, I eat. I'm not a huge mushroom fan, but I have eaten them, and they are delicious. Make the thing. Do the thing. I don't. So at the beginning of stream, we were talking about canned vegetables and stuff like that, and I grew up eating a lot of canned food and not a lot of fresh food, so to speak. Uh, they so I never ate a lot of them growing up, so I never developed a taste for them, and I always kind of saw them as slimy and not good. Because when people would get them on pizza, it would always kind of have like a very not appetizing look to them. But I did have some from a very high end fancy steak restaurant once, and I was like, oh, these aren't bad. I just don't know how to eat them. Yeah, I'm in that area. I've said it before on stream. I am in the capital of Georgia. It's not hard. It's a big enough town that I'm an hour away from an hour. I have white ones that grow in my yard every so often, and the big puffy fist-sized ones that grow up out of the ground. I don't know what you call them. Um, every so often they'll make an appearance. Apparently, I have a highly organic yard. Puffballs, yeah. Um, it's really great when you're mowing the lawn and all of a sudden you find one. Yep. North or south, yes. And depending on traffic, we might be 3.5 to 5 hours. We went on a field plan review, and one of the guys there was a very large lover of mushrooms. And we were
Oh,
the
thank
guy
you,
picked him up.
Hoodguard, coming in with the awesome people.
Yay! Hoodguard, welcome in. What were you working on, good sir? What were you working on? If you've got anything that you want to share, give me a few minutes and give me a holler, and I will give you a permit. I meant to pop in and see what you were working on, but I've been scatterbrained a little bit. We're going to hit snooze on this one ad break that comes up in 4 minutes. Because I've seen the non-metallic metal you were doing on that Stormcast, and it's freaking beautiful. I still think we should define non-metallic metal as creamy. Salamander from the Heresy. Is it up on your Instagram? Hello, my love. Blue sky. Okay, I got you. Can't do that because I have to sign out of that. Everybody enjoy the view of the cat, the back of my cat's head. She is very much interested in everything right now. How are you? Okay, you're doing the thing where you're going to try to bite the model. Don't. Please don't. So, for those that are curious about this non-metallic metal that Hoodguard's working on, are you serious, Blue Sky? Why are things never easy when you're using DuckDuckGo? Why? Why? I ask you, why? There we go. This is the non-metallic metal I was referring to. Oh, I got it eventually. We'll get there. I really like the blends, and they're smooth. And it's like, I feel like creamy is the right word, but it's not supposed to be creamy. Hello. I know you told me that last time, but it's one of those that it's like, I picked it up from Scott the Miniature Maniac when he used to talk about Squarespace back in the day when he would do those adverts. And he always used the word creamy. And I was like, I feel like that's the wrong word. I feel like that's the wrong word. We're working on a FEY Dragon. I want to do this as a yellowy brown rather than purple. The purple it is not jiving with stuff, and it was like making my brain angry and just screaming it's not right. So we're testing to see if this is going to work tonight. And I was trying to get other colors painted around it so I could make an informed decision. What's that could be a trigger as well for some people. But working on heresy salamander sounds like fun. Just hit poker and just go into cold yellow or warm yellow. So it is brown, and we are mixing in yellows. I should use oxide yellow and not warm yellow to step up. Get your oxide yellow. Stop being stupid. Boom. Here's your oxide yellow. There we go. You need to do the thing too, so you're not done yet. Take that and take this. Get to Noker, but I don't know why I was so silly about it. Because even over brown, that looks really brown. Because you overthinned it again. You overthinned it again, sir. But you're not wrong. I'm trying to do a yellowy skin tone, a yellowy white. I think it's going to work out a lot better for me this way. More like a lot more better. It is. So he does have clear wings and a clear base. So the wings are clear. And I'm going to have a night where it's like, I don't feel like doing anything important with my brain. And we're going to trace out every freaking line to get a dark color in there. And then we'll do the same thing for the base. And fill it in with colors. Acrylics. Acrylics. I'm one of those people that likes to use acrylics. Oil. I don't have a hatred of oils. Those that can use it is amazing. I just, given the amount of time that I have for painting sometimes, I usually don't like using oils. Bum, bum. Welcome back. The button could get pushed off, and then we look at this guy again. And we go, yep, this is the right ways that we want it to be doing this. But the using the oils would make my life easier sometimes. It's just since I only have about an hour or two every night to paint, and I tend to do singulars more than groups. I have an irrational hatred for oils, and it's like there's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. They're fine. It's just the amount of time that I have to do my hobby. Sometimes it doesn't work well for me. That's not something I'm always up for. Yes, my love. How are you? Hmm. Well, I would like you to be over on your area so you can have the kitty cam on and you can be cute and people can admire the beauty that is you. But if you want to hang out next to me and, share the cam space with your little fuzzy paws, I'm 100% up for that. But I'm not up for this right here. This right here is unacceptable, my love. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Excuse me. We have a few moments of a kitty break required. She needs some pets and loves. Mm-hmm. You were on my desk earlier, and this had tipped over and scared you and spooked yourself. Rather hilarious. Who's a good kitty? Are you a good kitty? Yes. You want nuzzle? Okay. I'll let you nuzzle. Mm-hmm. We have the fuzzy paws and the long tails. Oh yeah. You okay? You're backing up like you're scared of something. What are you scared of? Like I felt her like physically like starting to move back. I'm like, what are you scared of, sweetie? Uh-oh. Very fluffy. She's a short hair, thankfully, or medium hair. So her hair is everywhere, but I try to brush her at least once a week. Tomorrow morning, when I'm logging into work, I'll probably brush her again. Try to get her coat under control and keep it under control. Hi, how are you? Mm-hmm. Can I get back to painting soon? Her name is Katra. A lot of the icons that are used on the chat window for what's on screen are her. The emotes that I had made are centric around her a little bit. Someone gave her a cat treat yesterday on stream. So there was a solid 2 minutes where she got to nom on a treat, and she was very happy about that. very happy about that. I usually give her, I try to give her only one of those wet cat treats a week, like the big churros. Um, every night she tends to get the crunchy treats with Greenie's dental chews. And I found out I'm supposed to be giving her like 5 instead of 1. I was like, oh, whoops. Talked to the doctor, and he's like, she lost 2 ounces. Was that on purpose? I said, no. No. She just got active. That's all. I just played with her more. So I tried to give her like freeze dried chicken as treats, and she would like it sometimes, but she really likes the crunchy treats. Hmm. But she gets one of those little yogurt tubes once a week, and she goes absolutely crazy for it. Will meow her head off. Sleepy Wolfie and Jay saw it last night, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Even Lion got to see some of it if he was paying attention. Okay, are you done? Hmm? Ah, yeah. It was Mark UK that redeemed it, and she loves the treat. Constant. Well, she's starting to clean herself, and it's about to be the time that I. Okay. Mama Lion's never really seen you, sweetie. Let me turn the kitty cam on. Mm-hmm. She's a very pretty girl. Torty, all the way through. Like I'm trying to train her not to bite people, but really hard. But she's not like doing it hard. She's like very sweet with her teeth and her claws. Very gentle with her claws and teeth. Um, it's just trying to teach her that's not how we get attention is challenging. Yeah, she is playing. That's all that matters. Um, I I've had a tortie before. That's why I knew what she was, and I'm well versed about her tortitude. She loves to like cuddle and stuff, but sometimes she doesn't want to be petted because they can be very fur. They may not always like their fur being touched. Like she gets really annoyed when I give her that topical flea and tick medicine. Ooh, she gets really annoyed. Oh, she has been overly stupidly sweet with me. I get to cuddle with her in the evenings. She is so sweet. She cuddles. See, I like the yellow and the orangey yellow that I got because it does not take away from this. I feel like this just clashes with that too much. I don't like that. We shall continue. Ba-da-ba-da. I'm glad I moved her because she's still cleaning herself. Would have had a stream of her half cleaning her tail on. It's pretty yellowy now, isn't it, Kel? If you're still about. But I'm digging that. Let us do the hand now. Shall I give you a hand? Bum, bum. Bum, bum. 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 Yeah, that's gonna be better. Doesn't it really clash with everything? Fits in right. All right. Like, mm-hmm. Should I read you a rat act like you did to me, Mark? Mama Lion and Lion Creative are husbando and wifey-o. Wifey-o. Good morning to you, Ragin, my beautiful Aussie lover. How are you? How are you, sweet? Yay! I have this beautiful Fey dragon that I'm going to swap the purple bits to be this yellowy bit. You be safe. Thank you for that lurk. You're amazing as always. May little Raging get off to school with no issues. And may your Uber not screw you. Mama Nylon. That might be the wrong stream. I gave him a look. Uh-oh. Quick. More jambalaya. More jambalaya. You might need pocket jambalaya. The night at least. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I like the yellow a lot better than I was doing with the purple. The purple's not going to sit in my head right. Let's finish our blue up a little bit more. Too attached to make him sleep on the couch. It's been a while since I had to worry about all of that, so I think I'm good. Oh, One of those cute couple stuff. Oh, cute couple stuff. Cute couple stuff. Oh, you take your happy relationship. Oh, I thought she had just, I thought she had disabled something on her server. I had one that was talking about suicide from her server. Uh, and yes, it was probably a fake account and all that stuff, but that's one thing that I don't joke with. Yeah, not so bad, Mark. And their quote unquote attachments or attachments. Wink. Well, they're not dildos. I don't know. I can always ask. Um, ba-da-da-bum-bum-bum. An STL Kickstarter you got 2 years ago? Is it more of your Egyptians? Oh. You know how you get better at army painting, Lion? You do it again. And again and again and again and again and again. I mean, there's... When the Shadow Haunt box comes out, I have to buy it from GW. That'll have the sisters in there. Because I like those poses. I'm like, well, son of a biscuit. Might be the only Warhammer you ever see me paint. Yeah, that's usually the problem, is that you really have to play the game. If you get another army and have... That answers that question, Lion. The answer is don't. Don't. Serious right now, sweetie? No, 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 no. Please don't hang out right there. Oh, yeah. Just remember, the one rule is you can't complain about it. You can print it and you can paint it, but you cannot complain about painting. Like, you can't complain about it out loud. Can I help you, sweetie? Mm-hmm. Hey, sweetie. Psst, psst, psst. Catch her. You want to look up? You want to look up? Hey. You want to look up? Okay. What? Oh, come here. Come here. You are my sweetie. Yes, you are. I have another 23 minutes left in stream. Can I get these last 23 minutes done? Okay. Well, you want it off. Yeah. She's insanely cute. I try to keep photos of her on my Discord quite often and frequently. Because I know who the real streamer is. I like otters. So someone told me once upon a time is that otters actually have like most otters will carry like an actual will carry like a stone in like their pouch to the right.
Catherine.
Wow.
Spelling mistake just showed up with 3 viewers. Hope they have treats.
Spieling! How are you? Are you feeling better? You're getting better. Oh yeah. We're working on our little cutie thing. Yeah, so spelling mistake, if you guys do not know, is an amazing Kiwi. They paint and they play the mind of crafts, and they have an amazing personality, and they're super fun and infectious to be around. They are a great person, and they paint miniatures. They do MTG off alternate paints along with Minecraft. Every so often, they will do a little bit of a switcheroo, and they'll play like the black to black game, but that's rare. Yeah. They they are lovely fun to be around. You're having a
Thank
bad day and
Falling
you see
Freely coming in with the awesome people.
and we have Falling Freely coming in now. Oh, 11 seconds before I can do that little shutdown. Welcome in, Falling Freely. What were you working on? I've seen that thing that you've been doing with all of the colors, and I want to say I love it, but I love it. Yes, I am painting the dragons. So, welcome in, Raiders from Falling Freely and Spilling His Sake. I am Painty Paint Paints. We do fantasy type paintings around here. I mix all kinds of stuff up. We're currently working on the FEY dragon from Bone 6. Yes. We're trying to do some vibrant colors. One night I was painting here before ReaperCon, and I just or them before ReaperCon, and I was doing a you take care of it falling, you be awesome. Take care of yourself. I was doing purple down here, and I was like, I don't feel the purple. It was screaming at me. It was not interesting. So I've swapped up, and we're going to do that and this yellow color that I've got with the orange scales and the blue heart pieces. I feel that it's more cohesive that way with a little bit of a coral fins going up and down the Cutie Patootie. On Sunday nights, we try to paint cute things, and we're going to work on this dragon for a number of streams. I'll swap in and out. It'll come on and off stream here and there. But I really like the yellow orangey thing that I've got going here because I feel like it's more cohesive color palette wise than the purple. The purple was just screaming at me saying it was wrong. It was wrong. Its base is clear. Its wings are clear as well, and I'm going to use a really thin liner or wash kind of paint, and I'm going to outline all of the different pieces, and I might do a little bit of thin freehanding in between the webs. We'll see. We'll see. But Wadamatan, thank you. Welcome in. Bugsy AWOL, thank you for that follow. It's awesome. And it is super cool seeing all of you people come in with Falling Freely. They're an amazing streamer and an amazing painter. they're working on that more color thing, and it's like I want to know how they made that work. Sometimes one of these days I will not be work lurking or stress lurking and not reorganizing my office and sit down and talk, because they're entering that into Dragonfall, right? If I'm not mistaken. Bum. Now we are going to do the OC, the thing that makes our brain happy, and we're going to touch each one of these scales individually. Because I want it to be nice and vibrantly bright and on a vibrantly orangey. But you're going to be up to full speed this week, Spieling, and streaming more frequently, or are you going to take it a little bit easier and not over push yourself? Ah, excellent. I saw your pinned message that you said the mic would be back on in half an hour. I am proud of you for doing that and taking care of yourself. We like a healthy spieling. Ah, vibing. You know, it's that's during like the 3 minutes that the ads run. That's my voice break. I literally mute the mic and just kind of just be silent, unless we're doing stay in frame and then it's constant chatter or it's constant thought of chatter. Yeah, but it. You need slightly more than 3 minutes though, Spieling. I know you. Like taking a longer break would be just as good. That's going to be right where I want to go. That's great. Um, I ran out of my teas, so have you considered adding in tea? Warm or cold? Oh, okay. Um, one of the weird things that someone was talking about when they were seeing like a vocal coach, I can't word, vocal coach for singing in a ska band back in the day, the recommendation was to drink warm water, not cold water. So you wanted something closer to room temperature and not ice cold when you were about to go on stage and sing, which I thought was unique. Unique enough I remembered it. Um, so the cold water, what it does is it contracts your vocal cords and doesn't let them stay relaxed. Um, and that's what, when you're drinking like a warm tea with honey and the sweetness of it, it helps make your vocal cords feel soother because it's helping stretch them back out. Because the warm water, like anything else, I mean, your throat and your vocal cords are a muscle, just like everything else. So when you can use like a warmer thing with it or a warmer compress, it helps relax them a little bit. So he recommended to the singer of the band use warm water. It was summer in the times that we were doing this, so he had to suffer, and they were talking about the ridiculousness of it. I'm like, that actually kind of makes sense, and I found that interesting. Yeah. Um, so I've been doing a cold brew tea for my evening hours to stop drinking bubblies, and using that as my flavored drink of choice, which is kind of nice because tea is stupidly expensive, but it's not bubbly. So, yay. Yep. So there was a Starbucks, not a Starbucks brand, a brand on Amazon that I found called Tiesta Tea. As me and King were talking about it last time on stream, it's very bougie shit, apparently, because I was slightly complaining about how expensive it was. Um, that hit my thing against everything. Raid. Fortunately, I have to put up the raid timer. I feel like I'm getting into the groove of it, but at the same time, I must do the work thing tomorrow, and I must go to sleep to do the work thing. I was given a screamer of a project, and I have to put my best foot forward on it at all times. So we will put up our raid timer, and we will go till 8:30, and then we will call it quits, and we will raid into someone beautifully and lovely. But the cold brew tea has been very delicious for me. And I just finished sipping all of it, and I'm like, son of a biscuit, I want more. Because it's a watermelon chunk.
Emotional damage.
Crazy Canadian J7 requests a dad joke.
All right, dad joke time. Why are you giving me the error message? There you go. What type of music do balloons hate? Pop music. I think that, but then I have to remember to make it in the evenings before I go to work, and I don't think about that in the evenings before I go to work. Because it would be nice to have it. uh, Siri has some good ones. The one we got earlier today, Joe, was I've got a joke about vegetables, but it's a little corny. I make my lunch on Monday afternoons for the week. Well, I technically made it because I made that rice and quinoa thing. So all I have to do is take the container out and put it in the bag. Yeah, I put that one in Grumpy Crane server. I was like, yep, this goes here. This goes here. Yeah. For the channel point redeem, there's a relatively inexpensive one for dad jokes. I made it relatively inexpensive just as a fun way to A, learn to read and speak out loud, and to you either love them or hate them. There's no in between. I need to finish covering up my mistake. The brown's bothering me. Or the purple's really bothering me. Of course, this brown wants to be like, I have two flavors. Cover well or way too thin and I'm going to frost on it. I'll take a look at it at the end of stream, Mark. Or when I look over at Discord. You're always welcome to, Spieling. I will always redeem them. It's one of the few things that I just absolutely enjoy sometimes. Sometimes we get some really good ones that just break my brain, and sometimes we get ones that are just like, eh. So if I do all of that as yellow down here, I think that'll be so much better. And oddly enough, I really like the yellow because it's like a non-metallic gold up here. I'm like, son of a biscuit. How many different ways can I teach myself to paint non-metallic gold? Let us count the ways. We can utilize cold yellow and violet and do it that way. We can utilize gold 79 and violet and do it that way. Or gold 79, violet, and gold yellow again. We can get the non-metallic trio out from Reaper and do it that way. Non-metallic is, it is always the best, but it's the one that breaks my brain a little bit. Monday night we'll be returning to Sir K. So since I'm utilizing a limited palette challenge on it, the gold trim that I've painted in is just the violet and cold yellows. Once again. So it's been kind of nice. But I've also found it depends what we're working on. So, one more month. One more thing about it. It's nearly time to end, and I need to put the show. So I was working on this bust at ReaperCon, and one of the things that someone pointed out is use like a green ochre for some gold. It'll look so much better. So I might consider that. Yeah. It's one that kind of, I don't know. I like it, but at the same time it hurts my head sometimes. Like the base right there is that way. I will be experimenting with a lot more gold in the future. And non-metallics. I always do it that way. But I want to say thank you for everybody being here tonight. We're going to go right into someone, I don't know, it's usually Monster Den. Moonlit gold hurts my head. That hurt my head right there, just saying that statement. We usually raid into Monster Den Minis because he's a lovely human being. He's working on a bust from Julie Guthrie. I'm going to start the raid. At some point, we'll be painting this for Ed as well, which is a dancing Jawa on a bantha stick. Monday, we'll be returning to Sir K. And we'll be resuming our painting challenge with it, and we'll be freehanding a little bit of key somewhere and doing a lot more of the black armor and bringing it up and seeing what we get. So, yes, a dancing Jawa sophist. If you're curious about it, there is an STL up on my Instagram. You can find a link to get it yourself, and if you wanted to print it out and paint it with us. We're currently working on it for Monster Den's November 9th. I'm going to annoy him and say, you need to go see that. Yeah. So it will show up at some point, but I'm going to push the button now, and we're going to go see our lovely friend Ed at Monster Den Minis. This guy will return on Sunday. Everybody, I love you. Thank you.